Okay, fun time is over. The track marshals didn't appreciate all the mindless burnouts. In this exercise, we are going to look at how to initiate with no burnout, how to transition, and some theory behind it. Please watch the first video if you haven't, or at least the very first chapter of it where we go over track and car settings. There is a lot of seemingly fancy foot and wheel work going on to initiate a drift. In reality, it can be broken down into 3 straightforward steps. There will be moments in this video when I use inputs I don't talk about, like a dab of the brakes. Or, I say give it some throttle, but you see me clutch kicking. Each situation calls for its own inputs, but the general idea behind it is always the same. For now, focus more on what I say, not always as I do. Step 1. Full throttle and dump the clutch to get some inertia going. Turn slightly in on the steering wheel. Step 2. Back off the throttle and feel how much inertia the rear has. Let the steering turn out naturally as the rear swings out. Step 3. When the rear stabilizes, get back on more throttle and feel how the car reacts. Sometimes when the car feels spinny, you are almost like repeating the first 2 steps over and over again until you find a balance. But sometimes you can stand straight on the throttle and drive out. Again. Clutch kick. Wait. Drive out. What happened at the first step there? When you overdo the first step, the rear of the car will try to overtake the front, and you spin out. Likewise, if you're too careful for the third step, the car will go straight. But do it on purpose, when followed up with the first 2 steps again. That will take us to a transition. When you back off the throttle mid-drift, the car will rapidly straighten, which gives you a lot of sideways momentum. Perfectly time it with another clutch kick, and that will take you to the next corner. Some transitions are so fast, they don't require any waiting. But every time you are slowing down for a corner, the old one, too, will drive you out. I don't talk about steering very much, because I don't think there is much to it. The front wheels should always point to where you want to drive. With a good force feedback wheel, that will happen very naturally, as you master your footwork. Just remember, none of this comes easily to anyone at first. And there are hundreds of hours of practice behind every cool drift video. I hope my ramblings can at least somewhat help you. Subscribe for more E30 tips. Or would you like to move on to turbo cars and tandeming? Please let me know, and like the video. And keep on practicing.